say. Like I could
we
continue
can talk
this
about the tournament.
Well, it's the biggest sporting event.
Yeah. I'll do the intro.
My bracket. Sorry, go ahead. I don't even care about my bracket.
You're good.
I didn't.
You
never introduced anything.
Yeah, I'm not
You're
doing
gonna keep this in though.
I can, yeah.
It'd be funnier that way.
All right, I'll do it. What's up, guys? This is another episode of Better Than Static. It started a little bit, like 2 minutes before,
That wasn't.
but we're going to keep rolling with it. I'm your host tonight, as always, Tyler. And tonight I got with me my friend on my right, Lucas.
To your left, audience.
Yeah,
it's me.
Yeah.
But most people listen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Lucas and my friend on my left, which is your all's right, Chris.
Sorry.
Yeah, you need. Yeah, you're good. You're good. So what we were talking about is if you couldn't pick up, was NCAA tournament. Our team lost Thursday night. UK. It was
Kentucky Wildcats.
They just choked, man. It was theirs to lose too.
They panicked.
I hate playing teams that are really scrappy on defense. It's annoying.
Yeah.
If I played basketball, I would punch them in the face. Like, stop it. Get out of my face. You're in my personal space. Get out.
Chris could get real scrappy under pressure, I think.
Oh, I would lose it.
I think it would have been a better game if the refs didn't call as many fouls.
That was
on
the worst
both
officiated
sides.
game I've ever seen in my entire life.
We shot like 40 free throws or something like that for the entire game.
There was over 50 fouls called, which is more than one a minute.
Yeah.
Well, here's
40 minute
they
game.
had 4 players foul out and 2 more with 4 fouls.
And we had 2 with 4 as well.
Here's my thing is like Calipari gives the ball to a guy that is not your best shooter on the team in the last play. Like, why not give it to somebody that you know could hit
the play
it?
broke down. They were split.
Yeah.
He was setting. I don't know why. Winnie Gabriel was off all game, but they set it up for him. The defenders knew it because they tried to do it earlier, and he missed. He airballed it. You remember? He airballed it bad. I don't know.
That was in the first half though. Whenever he shot the
But he set the play. But that was the same.
It wasn't the same play. The one he airballed was from the corner.
Winnie was out on that. Was he not on the corner? Was he not on the corner for that last play?
No, he was top dead center. Yeah.
I don't know why you just don't try to give it to Kevin Knox at that point.
Because they had probably the best defender left in the country on it.
I mean, he's going to have a better chance to shoot it than Shea was. Shea was having a horrible time.
Yeah.
Kevin was the only one that could score.
Shea, they had Winion if Shea got turned away from the play. And they had Winion on the kick back after Knox curled back for the back screen. But the pass just didn't get there.
Yeah, the pass didn't get there a lot.
Yeah.
No, that's what sucks. It's like you'd see something about to set up, and then it just wouldn't happen.
You'd see it. It would just be like a second.
And they're soft. They're so soft.
They're not playing with intensity. Like, I don't know.
They're just getting balls just literally just taken from them.
I feel like they're not focused.
Just like children, like a little candy baby. Ugh.
They've played really good ever since February. I'll give them that. Until then, I mean, everybody stepped up, and they've played really hard. And it's been a lot better to watch until last night.
Let's talk about like a lighter note on the NCAA tournament. Like, how many upsets were there?
Too many. One too many.
Because we won
one too many.
Because Arizona got upset, Virginia got upset. Yeah, ours was. We didn't want ours upset.
Upset of the century.
That's the biggest upset ever.
Yeah.
I feel like as far as college basketball is concerned.
Especially the manner, a 20-point blowout.
It was crazy. It wasn't just like a last-second shot. It was an absolute
21-point
beat.
That entire second half, Virginia had no idea.
No, they were just running around. And UMBC was just
they couldn't miss.
Raining it.
They could not miss.
What's the team that has the nun that's like cheering
That's
for
Loyola Chicago.
Yeah. I think that's hilarious. It's like she's like, I'm praying they can't lose.
Yeah. They busted her bracket. She had them losing in the Sweet 16.
Yeah, which I think is a pleasant surprise.
Yeah, she was happy. She was like, I don't care about my bracket.
Here's what
Good old lady.
I didn't make a bracket this year, and the reason was we did it in life group. Like, had it been like us guys, like we did with Luke last year, I would have done it because I know you guys know more about basketball than me, so I didn't really care that I lost. But this year, it's like in our life group, it's like me, Chris, or in our life group, it's like me, Chris, Nicholas, and like some people that know about basketball, and then you have a couple that don't, and they just like they've have awesome brackets, so they know nothing about basketball.
That's
why I did, because I know I would be.
I was doing pretty good until Kentucky lost. I had Kentucky and West Virginia in the final game.
I had North Carolina in the finals.
Oh, I got you. I had them losing to A&M.
In retrospect, yeah, I probably should have too.
Yeah.
I had them losing in the second game at first.
And then I had
Providence, though, not to Texas A&M.
Oh, I gotcha. And then I had A&M losing to Michigan. That's the only bracket that I have.
Yeah, decent.
How many did y'all make this year? Did you just make the one?
I made two.
You made two and you made one?
Yeah.
I made zero.
The second one's better, but not by much.
Yeah.
I had Villanova winning that.
Is your second one, was that one in our life group, or was that
First, North Carolina one was the one.
The
Gotcha.
person leading our office bracket pool right now made theirs an hour before the first game. And
well, I'm mad because I got talked out of Syracuse in the Sweet 16.
Who talked you out of
I
Syracuse in
had
the Sweet
Syracuse
16?
losing the first game.
Me. I talked myself.
Oh, you talked to yourself.
myself
I
out
thought
of
you
it.
like you had
I
somebody
had
talk to.
Syracuse in the Sweet 16. I was like, I don't know. And then like
I don't even think I had Syracuse winning the playing game.
I knew they would. I knew if they won their playing game, they'd make a run because they'd done it again
Yeah.
as a double-digit seed. So I thought, but when am I ever just gonna go with my first? Every time I use my first impression, go with your gut every time. First instinct is always the right one, especially choosing these games. This is the first year I've had a bad bracket.
Yeah, you usually win.
I usually win. That's what
Yeah.
that's why I'm so mad. Like, I'm not even middle of the pack. I'm dead last.
See, I'm usually like middle of the pack, but I didn't want to jinx myself this year. Like, I'm never like
But
dead
the Virginia
last.
loss didn't put me out because I had them losing the Sweet 16
Yeah.
to Kentucky.
Well,
No,
I might have had.
No,
I
yeah.
had them losing to Kentucky.
and my 8/1s didn't work. I had the wrong 8/1. I had Villanova in my first bracket losing to Alabama because I thought Colin Sexton could do it. I think I ran out of the.
Yeah, I think I had Villanova winning that one. I have them losing to. Who are they playing tonight?
Villanova.
Villanova's playing West Virginia.
Okay, I was
I
about
have
to
them
look it
losing
up.
to West Virginia.
It could.
That's
West
So you can
Virginia's
keep a
prone
pretty
to-
solid bracket.
West Virginia's prone to blow leads though.
as of right now. I have West Virginia and Michigan are the only two Final Four teams I have
Gotcha.
left.
I still have
open.
Duke in the Final Four, and then I think Villanova and Duke are the only two I have left. Obviously.
I had Michigan State.
My first impression was Michigan, and then I talked myself out of that too.
Yeah.
So I was like, great.
Michigan.
Chris,
The
you
only
always second guess
reason
yourself.
why I picked Michigan is because of the teams that they were matched up with A&M and UNC. Their bigs
I don't
cannot
know. I had him in the
guard
Sweet
Wagner.
16. I had him losing the Sweet 16 though.
I gotcha.
To Texas A&M. No, yeah, to UNC. Why did I? Why?
Why? I don't know, Chris, man. So let's move. Wait, you've all done really good. I knew you guys knew NCAA tournament, but you guys were pumped about talking about that when we first started. Let's move on to a weekly update, I guess. You guys got any updates about yourself or about anything?
I mean, I talked about this before we set up. That I have on.
Yeah, go for it. I mean, go for it if you got a weekly update.
When am I gonna not be sick?
Yeah, you're getting some bad luck on the health end. But like, here's the thing: you went to the clinic and it's not too bad. You have sinus fluid in your ears. That's
Yeah.
not bad.
And I'm taking antibiotics, and,
Yeah.
and I feel way better today than I did. I felt like garbage yesterday. So that's why I was like, oh my god.
Here's the thing: it could have been flu. We're still in prime flu season, so you got lucky.
No,
I mean,
I knew I didn't have the flu. I didn't feel bad enough. I mean, I felt like crap, but I felt like I would have felt worse with the flu. Because I didn't have a fever. I mean, I just had a headache,
gotcha.
which I don't know what the difference is, honestly.
Well, headache
As
actually.
far as how I feel.
Oh.
I know what a fever
I
is.
gotcha.
I was about to say,
I know what a
we're gonna go
fever
into this.
I know what a fever is. I just don't know how it feels. I haven't had one in a while, so I don't really know what it feels like.
When I get like my first cold of the year, I always have like a fever when I try to go to bed. Like it's just like where my body's changing from
You get
like
a fever when you just have a cold?
I do,
Jeez.
but I don't have a fever when I have strep throat. It's weird. I don't know.
I didn't have a fever when I had strep throat.
I don't know, man. My body's weird when I'm sick. But anyways, for me, I got to go to a conference for like youth ministry this week because I've been helping out with the youth at church, and we got to go to Orlando. The first day of the conference was at the Hard Rock there in Universal Studios, and that was awesome. Spent the whole day going through Harry Potter World, riding rides. It was great. About 7:30, we just got off this Kong ride, and it starts pouring rain. So we have to sprint from Kong, which is kind of middle of the park, to like the front of the gate. like there's like overhead stuff to where you can kind of stay dry. So I'm not soaked. And I get to the front of the park and we're like, oh, we're going to make a run for the car. Well, for our stuff, because our stuff in a locker. So like we're at Universal and we're at Islands of Adventure. We have to cross in front of the Hard Rock to get to Universal Studios to get our stuff. Hard Rock has some painted things on their sidewalk. And I'm running and it's a downpour and I'm getting wetter and wetter as time goes on. And the painted things on the designs on the sidewalk are slick when they're wet, so I go down hard and hip check the ground. So I have a bruise the size of a potato on my hip. But like I wasn't like super soaked until I got to that point because I didn't just like slip and fall. I slipped and fell in an inch of water.
Yeah,
and
big old puddle.
And then slid like 3 feet in that water. It was just crazy. But, I mean, it was good. It was a good trip. I got to hear a lot of good speakers. And I'm going to try to get into – there's this thing called Christ-Centered Gaming, and they do game reviews and stuff. And I'm going to try to get in and do some game reviews, and maybe that be something new to just get our – because I know, like, I could kind of plug our stuff into the reviews and stuff. But also it'd give me more stuff to stream on Mondays besides Fortnite. But, I mean, who doesn't love Fortnite, right?
I haven't played it in a week.
I have a feeling I may be the only one in America.
Yeah, because actually,
seems like everybody does.
I know the mobile isn't great, but it's also not awful because a lot of the students at youth are playing it and having a lot of fun with it. And I got an invite, so it's where it's still in beta. You have to have an invite to get it. And one of my coworkers, he had extra ones or whatever, and he sent me one. So I have it downloaded. I've just not tested yet. So that'll be something I test here soon. Another thing that came to mobile that right after we talked about Fortnite mobile was PUBG mobile. And I know you like PUBG, or you think you'll like PUBG if it gets optimized for something better than Fortnite, right?
I mean, just me, seeing what I've seen of PUBG and Fortnite, I would be more interested in playing PUBG than I am Fortnite. But at the same time, I just don't know if the Battle Royale game mode is something that I really enjoy. It's just kind of slow.
Yeah, it is. Well, it all depends on where you land, what you get, and because that reflects how you play. I think PUBG, in all honest opinion, will be better on mobile than Fortnite because it's got less controls, where you don't have to build it should be easier to attach move your inventory and stuff. You just take your finger probably and move it. I don't know. I've not played it. I'm assuming because that's how it is on PC. You click what you want and you move it to where you want it. So
I've also downloaded it. Have yet to play it.
But that'll be something we can review next episode or something.
What?
If I don't know if you're into the mobile gaming.
Oh no, absolutely not.
But if you wanted to try Fortnite or PUBG on the mobile,
I mean, it's so much easier to see things on an Xbox with the television than on a phone.
Yeah, exactly.
PUBG is the only game I have on my phone.
I mean, I have phone games, but I don't have
I don't have phone games
here's
on my phone.
I only play phone games in a car or at the doctor's office or on a plane. That's there's no other way. I'm not going out of my way at my house to play a game on my phone.
Yes,
that's why I have yet to play PUBG.
Or on the toilet.
On the toilet would be a good time for it. I have yet to play it just because I downloaded it yesterday at work during my lunch break when I got the invite. I haven't been in the scene to where I want, I've not been in a waiting room or I'm not just, because I have my Xbox upstairs at home. Why would I play on my phone?
Exactly.
And I think it would take too long to queue up in a game while I'm on the toilet. I'm not pooping for an hour.
You're not doing it right.
Take your sweet time. If your legs don't go numb, you're doing it wrong.
I mean, I take my time.
My legs have gone numb quite a few times.
What have they been you get distracted by iFunny or something, or looking for memes and stuff? iFunny was high school.
Get that crap out of here, no.
So Instagram looking for memes.
Sometimes I'm just browsing Reddit on my phone, dude.
And you just lose track of time and your legs go numb.
Watching YouTube on my laptop. Sometimes if I know I'm gonna be in there for a while, I'll just take my laptop. Watch YouTube videos.
I've never taken my laptop to the toilet. I've taken an iPad, I've taken my phone, and I've taken a Game Boy Advance, but not a computer.
I've taken a laptop.
If I was in view of my TV, I'd take my Xbox controller. Play Call of Duty on toilet.
There you go. Not a bad idea.
Then I could beat somebody and say, you just got beat by somebody taking a crap. How do you feel about yourself?
get dumped on.
How do you feel about yourself?
That's one thing.
They put shipment in World War II, by the way.
Really? Oh yeah, the World War II ship.
It's easy to get experience points. Just put it that way.
So which shipment is that a map?
It is famous for being the smallest map ever in a game, period.
Yeah.
In a Call of Duty game.
Of all time.
And it was... You remember how bad the grenade spam was on Call of Duty?
Oh, yeah.
It's 5 times worse.
Oh my God.
In
Like,
World War II.
this map was so small. Like, in Call of Duty 4, you could get ground war domination, which is... It's 15 versus 15.
12 versus 12.
12 versus
No,
12.
I don't think it was on ground war. I think it was just 606. I don't think they put it in ground war, did they? Surely not.
And I don't remember. I remember you spawned, like whenever you spawned, you were spamming the knife button because you'd get like two kills.
Oh yeah, you could spawn in. You could
You
spawn
would
in somebody.
spawn-
Yeah. You could
There
spawn
wasn't
in an
enough
enemy.
spawn locations for
Wow.
everybody.
It's so small.
Yeah. So
But-
it's like you could see them
And
spawning
if
in
you
you.
if you land domination, I mean,
Domination or headquarters.
there's just a team. There's a team deathmatch, kill confirmed, domination playlist for just shipment right now.
Oh,
So you
okay.
can just play it over and over and over.
So is it going to be like a game mode like in Fortnite where it's only for a certain amount of time, or are they going to keep it for a little bit?
I think shipment's going to be until the end of the month.
Yeah, it'll probably be like Angel City was for.
Because the St. Patrick's Day event has been going all month. So
Hold
I
on,
feel
let's
like
go back to Angel City, because Angel City was not just like a month. It was like for
It was
It was a
limited
long.
time.
Yeah.
It was limited time.
It
But
turned out to be
here's the
limited
thing,
time.
once
They didn't tell us it was
once
going to
the
be limited
shipment
time.
specific playlist goes away, it's just going to get rotated into the
Yeah.
maps. It's not like Angel City disappearing.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, Angel City didn't.
It didn't?
disappear.
Oh, it got
you could
rotated?
still get
But it's
rotated in.
I
but-
rarely got Angel City when I was on Titanfall 2.
But, yeah.
That was my favorite map.
Yeah, it was so. It was
But
the
it's
only good map in Titanfall. Not the only good map, but it was by far the
In
best.
It was the
Titanfall
best.
2.
I'll get
in
it was the
Titanfall
best.
2.
Titanfall 1, there's a lot of good maps.
Yeah.
Titanfall 2.
Titanfall 2 was too open.
Yeah,
Those
you
are
Too
enough.
many like fields and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah.
It was weird.
Crash
Um,
get that crap out of here.
Yeah.
because I know there was one that
Garbage map.
the whole back half was
Garbage
this
map.
open field,
Yeah.
and like there was like these little huts in the
I can't remember the
middle.
other one I liked.
The
I liked
one
too.
with the like the tunnel, and then it had the big ship, and then it came around. I don't remember what it was called,
It came
obviously.
around?
It had the bridge.
Yeah.
Crap.
I don't
I
remember
can't
what
remember
it was
the name.
called.
It's been too long since we played.
It was
Titanfall
a fun
2.
map.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Some of them
We
moved
played.
It
around.
it was like the spawn locations. One was down in the bottom, and then one was up on top, and there was.
If you spawned at the bottom, you were screwed.
No, I mean you weren't screwed
You weren't-
because you
Where's
met
the
on
big
this
ship that
bridge.
had crashed?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that one sucked.
I liked it.
I like
That
that
was my
one.
least favorite one by far.
I liked it. That was
Hopefully-
probably my second favorite behind.
My least favorite one was like, I don't even remember the name, so I can't
I don't
describe it either.
remember
But it
either.
had like
It was
3-story
the-
buildings in a field. That's only like,
Yeah,
and like there was like a street. It was almost like a western town, and I hated it.
yeah. It wasn't. Yeah, I know what you
It was
mean.
like a futuristic western town.
Yeah,
I
it was
think I
just
know-
big open
No,
space.
that's not it. Where is it?
And they were like on the there was like one tower in the open space,
I
and
know
on
which
the
one you're
other
thinking
end
of.
there was like a building up on top of a cliff.
I think I know
Yeah,
what you're
yeah.
thinking of though. The one that had like the one that was like a field, and there's like a big tower in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was that,
That
one.
one wasn't
That
great.
one sucked.
Yeah, that one was my least
Dry Dock
favorite.
was good.
Which
Dry
one?
Dock was good.
No, that's not the one I'm thinking of. Never mind.
What was the one where it was like you were in this rocky
I was thinking
location?
City, never mind. I was thinking Angel City
Angel City was the best.
because I was just at the dock at the one end of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
What was the one that you were in like the cliffs and the tunnels and stuff? Because that one wasn't bad.
That's
I think that's the one I'm
Crash
talking about.
Side. or
Crash
whatever.
Site, yeah, Crash
Yeah.
Site. I liked Crash Site.
I liked it a lot.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the one that had the bridge in the middle and you had to like it.
Oh no, that one's
Black
I
Water
liked, I liked that one. 'cause I
Blackwater
knew-
Canal. Does that look right?
yeah,
Yeah,
that's the one
that's
I
the
liked.
one.
That's one Lucas
I did
didn't
not
like.
like that.
I
I'm trying to
liked
find
that
the
one.
one I liked, and I can't find it. Exoplanet, I think.
Maybe they had a
Fort-based
new
Coast
map and it
Islands?
wasn't awful.
No, it's not that one.
They had 2 new maps that came out when I tried to go back and play it. After,
Homestead's the one you hate.
Yeah, Homestead is the one I hate.
Homestead, yeah.
But it was almost like a Tron. One of them was a Tron City. It was like you took the trial run at the beginning of the game and made a whole map around that concept. It wasn't awful. It was just hard for people.
Was it for one of those little tiny tiny game modes that nobody played?
No, it was an actual game set. Those maps were fun because
I never
like
played 'em.
the
I played one. I
the
played
quick-
it once. I was
the-
like,
I liked the fast-paced ones.
there was no Titans.
No, I hated Titans.
I loved it, dude.
Whenever I played by myself, I played player versus player.
Up on that Ronin.
Yeah, I don't know how you got good at the Ronin. I always did the
Ronin
base.
was the boss.
Or no, I didn't do the base. I did
base.
Ion.
Ion. No, Ion was like the base one. I thought. What's the other one?
I
that
just
had
know
the
Ronin, dog. That's all I know.
It was Ion. That's the
Luke
one I always
liked
use.
Blaze or the Scorch.
Legion.
Oh, he liked
Yeah, always
Legion.
use
The one
Legion.
with the chain gun, right?
I used the one that had like a cannon and like it have explode, and then you had a sonar that you could shoot out to see everybody.
Mm.
That's the one I used. But anyways,
That's the Ion.
I don't think it's because the Ion had a laser and mine didn't have. The one I used
I
didn't
just
have a
know
laser.
Ronin.
Let's quit talking about a dead game, I guess, and let's talk
Game
about a
is
dead
amazing.
animal.
What?
But I made a transition from the dead game to the dead animal that we wanted to talk about. One of the last male white rhinoceroses has died. His name was Sedan, I think. Hold on, let me pull that. I have it on.
They named him Four-Door Car.
Yeah.
Because he's that size.
He's the size of a small car. Actually, size of a big car, of like a
I
minivan.
can't imagine him the rhinoceros being that big.
I mean, it's
I
like.
thought they were just maybe slightly bigger than like a lion or something.
Are you
Oh, no,
kidding me?
they're
That's
bigger
how
than
big they are
that.
when they're a baby.
Like a full-grown male lion.
Yeah.
I mean, pretty much.
I just imagine rhinoceros just maybe slightly bigger than a full-grown male lion. Honestly.
I always just thought like a bull.
I mean, they're
Size of
bigger than a bull.
Yeah.
They're about the size of. They're a little bit bigger in the like. So you know how a buffalo's big at the front but small at the back. Take the front size and push it all the way to like. So keep it that size constantly throughout the length of the rhino, and that's about the size of a
That was
rhino.
confusing.
I've never seen a rhino in person. So.
Really? Have you never been to a
I've been to
zoo?
Africa.
No.
They have them at Louisville Zoo.
Never been to Louisville Zoo.
I mean, I went to the
The Knoxville Zoo.
when
when I
I
was
was you
little.
in
This is the Knoxville Zoo when I was like a little kid. I don't.
When my little cousins were little, we had nothing else to do when we went to Louisville to see them.
I'm
in
not
the
a
summer.
zoo or an aquarium person.
Aquariums are cool. I like aquariums.
Chris likes aquarium because you get to say cool as you see all the cool things inside of it.
Yeah. See, now a museum, I'm all about.
That's
But a
basically what an
zoo-
aquarium and a zoo is.
Or an aquarium, I
Museums
could
are
care less.
boring. Museums are so boring, dude.
What museum?
As somebody who's been drugged through like 50 of the Smithsonian's.
I like the
I want to go to the
Smithsonian.
Smithsonian. I've never been to the
Here's
Smithsonian.
here's my gripe with the Smithsonian. You go into the Natural History Museum, those aren't even real fossils.
Oh, yeah. I know.
What a waste. I don't want to look at it if it's not a real fossil. What a waste of space. Like, why even have the exhibit? Nothing in that part is like even like real. There's nothing cool. I mean, like, wow, if I could just look this up on Wikipedia, thanks.
The
Yeah.
best museum I've been to was the Chicago Field Museum. Me and Luke got to go there one day, and it was awesome. The
So museum
terracotta
that we-
warriors were there when we got to go.
Pearl Harbor was hands down
See, there's
the
a.
best thing I've ever been to.
American history
museum-wise.
was cool.
I'm sure the Ripley's Believe It or Not Aquarium part of Pearl Harbor is not equal actual Pearl Harbor, but they did a really good job, I think. Of
You been to
thing.
Hawaii too?
no, I'm
He
basing.
went to the
I went to Ripley's. Believe It or Not, I said I doubt it.
Gatlinburg?
Yeah.
They had a
Yeah.
stuff
They had
in
an
Pearl Harbor at
exhibit.
Ripley's?
They had an exhibit for it, yeah. Or last time I went, they did. It was like 2 years ago. It was before I started work, so 1.5 years ago. Yeah. Anyways, back to the rhino.
Yeah.
So, he is the last male. He leaves 2 females of his subspecies. His 27-year-old daughter, Najeen, and his 17-year-old granddaughter, Fatu.
We're reading an obituary for a rhino.
Yeah, we are. But so they weren't able to breed in captivity, but they're going to try to like bring back the race of the white rhinos
It'd
through.
be kind of hard without a male.
Well, they're going to use vitro fertilization, which I think is cool. So it's basically they're going to make petri dish babies of rhinos.
This is how Jurassic Park started.
Yeah,
It is. It's very
my
similar.
exact thought. I was like, it sounds like they're trying to create a special, like, I don't know, breed of dinosaur or something.
They're going to make they're going to shoot
This
for a
can't
rhino,
end
and it's going
well.
to come out of
Yeah.
Triceratops.
They're going
This-
to make it invisible, be able to shoot lasers, breathe fire, and run at super
Good thing it'll
fast
be
speeds.
somewhere else.
and
Yeah, it'll be in
It'll
Africa.
be able to swim real fast.
Okay,
What
well-
else could the new Megasaurus or whatever
The
do
new
in
rhinoceros.
So
Jurassic
basically
World?
Godzilla.
Yeah.
So Godzilla doesn't breathe fire, does he?
I know that would be bad if that ever happened, but
like
that'd
an
be
electric
awesome
plasma or something like that.
So worse.
Yeah.
But so it's a little bit different than Jurassic Park. Though. Like you get the DNA from the blood that the mosquito sucked out. You just take, so you'll extract some of the eggs from the females there, and then it's like sperm samples of past.
Got these on like in a refrigerator.
They
somewhere.
do, and I mean, like
They knew he was going to die and he wasn't going to breathe. So like, hey, sorry, man.
Well, I think that when they started like getting pretty small of the race of the species.
It's a species, not a race.
That's not a race. It's a species of rhinos. They're like, we might want to start saving some of these. So here we go. But here's the thing. I wonder if that guy that came up with that idea got a raise. He's like, we should save some of this. That way, if they do go extinct, we can bring them back. You get a raise.
Why didn't they do this while he was still alive? Like, you know what I mean?
Like test it? Or what do you mean?
Because now it's a complete shot in the dark.
I mean, it would have been a shot in the dark to begin with.
Yeah,
I mean,
if he was alive,
but
instead
why
of-
wait until he died? Like, if they can do this,
Why not try to get it revitalized
While
the
he's still
species?
there.
Yeah, I don't know.
You can see his-
They were busy trying to keep him alive instead of trying to get more made, Lucas.
He's a lost cause.
I don't know how old he was. They didn't say how old he was.
Well, he's older than
12.
He's at least 27.
Well, his daughter was 27.
Exactly. He was probably older than Dirt.
like,
He's probably in his 50s.
28.
Well,
Well,
think about it.
there's a 10-year gap between the granddaughter and the daughter, so at least 37 years old.
Yeah.
Good God.
So 37. I don't know what is the average lifespan of a rhinoceros. Chris,
37
you
years.
Googled that. You're gonna say 37. What if it is that? What if we guess that? And we're
But
just
our average lifespan for a regular rhinoceros might be different.
Yeah, do a white rhino.
average lifespan for a white rhino. You should do the Siri thing again. I don't know. That'd be cool. We did that one time.
What is the average lifespan of a white rhinoceros?
Okay, I found this on the web for
Got
what
it
is the
wrong.
average lifespan of a white rhino.
Renado. What the heck is a Renado?
Or yeah, it was probably a car. Average lifespan of a white rhinoceros.
The answer is 45 years.
Oh, we weren't far off. But yeah, that's
Unit conversions at 16,000 days, just in case you were wondering.
16,000 days. That's a lot of days.
390,000 hours. 4.5 average Gregorian decades.
What is the difference between a decade and a Gregorian decade?
Nothing. 4.5 decades is 45
Gregorian
years.
isn't that like the calendar
It's the
year?
calendar we use, yeah.
Oh yeah,
As
yeah.
opposed to something else.
Yeah.
It's the same as a regular decade because it's 4.5 either way.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. I didn't hear you say 4.5 decades. I just heard Gregorian decade. I'm like, what's the
Unless
difference?
years are different lengths on other calendars.
But it's still 5.8. It's still 5.5 decades. It still has to be 10 years. 4.5 times 10 is 45.
I know
by
it
the
could.
way.
But what
but
if
it
there
could
was a
still be
leap
10
year?
years, but it
But
could be
10 years
like
might be a year might be longer.
200 days versus 365 in a different calendar.
You just blew Chris's mind.
But it's
So it could be a different number. That's why I guess it specifies a Gregorian decade.
so I have a phone.
So, while Chris is learning more about decades.
I mean, I just made all of that up, so it's probably wrong. But
You sounded like you had some solid knowledge there. I don't.
I don't know, take like a Mayan calendar. That's the only other one I can think of currently.
Didn't the Chinese have a calendar?
The Chinese calendar is different because the New Year starts like
Yeah,
January,
But is that the only?
February.
Are they the same length? Because like the Mayan years were shorter or longer or something.
I don't know. But that's what I'm talking about. So if their year is shorter, then a decade is 10 years. So 10 years for them would be a shorter period of time than 10 years for us.
I just got my mind rocked as well as Chris.
So the difference between
It's not that hard.
the difference between a Julian calendar and a Gregorian calendar is 11 minutes.
So what is a
Gotcha.
Julian? Julian's what we use.
Julian is 365.25 days, whereas a year is actually 11 minutes shorter.
Huh.
Which doesn't make much sense because if there's 365 days, where's that extra 0.25 come in?
That's for like leap
The
years.
leap year.
Oh,
But I don't know where the extra 11
Average
minutes comes
year.
from. I don't know, dude. I'm glad somebody else came up with our time system besides me.
Yeah. Sun's up. It's time to get up. Sun goes down. Time to go sleep.
Yep. Which I wake up before the sun comes up. So boom.
Yeah, me too.
Do you, Chris?
No.
You could probably feel the look Chris just gave me from the microphone.
You know the answer to that question. I woke up at 11:30 today. Does that tell you anything?
You woke up at 11:30? I thought you had to go to work at... Oh, you have to go to work at 1. I was thinking 11, but yeah.
Oh. Slept from 1:30 to 11:30 last night.
That's pretty good.
From 1 to 6.
I slept. See, the problem was I got 4 hours of sleep. I slept from 4 to 8 Thursday morning, so I had to catch it up.
I slept from 12 to 5 this morning.
It's not long enough.
It's not, but I made it to work, so that's all that matters.
Yep. Sleep good night.
Yeah, I'm going to sleep like a rock tonight. I got to go to a little kid's birthday party. Well, my niece is not some random little kids. I got to go to my niece's birthday party, which is at Finleys, which is a local skating rink here
I
in
didn't
London.
even know that place was still open.
They actually gave it a new paint job.
They got a batting cage. Or
Yeah,
they did.
they've had that for like 2 years.
I think we had that in high school.
Yeah, it was there.
Did we really?
Because sluggers went out senior year of high school.
It became a fireworks storage thing now.
Mm.
Too bad our audience. Well, I'd say a lot of our audience is from London, so they'll probably relate all that.
Finleys Fun Center is a skating rink, ball pit, just all around place where gross children run around.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Do they still have like the arcade
probably.
aspect of it? I haven't been there since like the 3rd grade.
Probably so.
I went
would
there
imagine.
a couple years ago for another birthday party of a child, and they still had games, but I only rollerbladed. That's all I did.
No.
Here's what's crazy.
I never rollerblade, so
Do you roller skate? Or
no.
see, I
Is this
can't
the
roller
1960s?
skate.
What is this, the 1960s?
People did roller skate. Yes, rollerblade was around more prevalent in the 90s.
Not the 90s thing.
But like,
I mean, whenever I was little, I used to rollerblade.
I mean, they don't even roller skate at Sonic anymore.
Yeah.
some of
Some
them do.
Not ours.
No.
I don't blame them.
Lexington, I think they did on
They
South
do-
Broadway.
They still do. Well, last time I went to a Sonic, which was in college, they roller skated. But I think
But
they
that's
get
only 2
paid
years
more
ago.
or
Yeah, you
something.
do. I think you do. I think it's kind of like hazard pay because you could fall and hurt. You're hurt.
It's more impressive.
But I can't roller skate, but I can roller blade great. I don't know what the side by side wheels do that the straight wheels can't do.
I used to be able to rollerblade a long
I used
time
to be able to
ago.
rollerblade, and then I couldn't do the quads. But then I had a stint in college where I tried to roller skate again, but I couldn't blade. I had to use the quads. Just like that, it flipped. I could only stay on the quads. I couldn't get on the blades anymore.
I tried ice skating in college.
Ice skating's nothing like rollerblading.
and
I
I
can't
will
do it.
never
Of course
do it
not.
again.
But
It
here's
was awful.
yeah, it's awful. The premise is it shouldn't be that much different. But I get the difference between a wheel that is like half an inch thick to like a blade that's not even a 1/16 of an inch thick. There's a lot of difference.
Why do you expect it to be not that different?
Well, I mean, it's the same.
No, it's not.
It's
Same concept.
yeah, like
But it's a blade. It's not even a wheel.
Right.
But
I mean, that's what
the
he's
idea
saying.
is that what I'm saying is it's that
Similar.
yeah, it's similar, but it shouldn't make that much of a
I feel
difference.
like it should make that much of a difference, though.
It's not even a full inch difference.
That's a lot. That's a lot of difference, though. If you're talking about something like
I
that.
just remember my ankles hurt real bad after, and my butt hurt real bad after.
Yeah, 'cause
So,
you
do we
fall.
think hockey skaters could figure skate?
I feel like that's a different kind of skating.
I mean, they can skate without the stick, but I mean, they're not actually going to do like
They could, though.
the what are
Oh,
some of the
they're
moves?
gonna land
Double
a
milk
triple
ice cow, whatever they're called.
They're not going to land a triple axle.
That's what it was.
You never
I said
know.
a double milk ice cow.
Yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about.
I don't know, man.
That sounds like a snowboarding trick.
Yeah, well, here's the thing.
double
Do
McTwisty
they make up-
1080, 540.
They make up snowboarding tricks, but do they make up the figure skating, or are those actually established?
I mean, I feel
Somebody
like,
has to make it up at some point.
Yeah, I feel like. I mean, I could be wrong. I have no idea because I don't watch figure skating. But I feel like just go.
Yeah, just go.
Just go.
Chris says I'll go belugi. He's like quizzical of what should I do. I'm like,
But
what were you?
I feel like.
Yeah, go for it.
Sorry, I just got completely sidetracked.
Yeah.
There's a more limited amount of things you can do figure skating, like trick wise,
Yeah.
versus
Quit standing in front of the camera. Go sit down.
versus snowboarding and like a half pipe, because you have people like Sean White that comes
And like change it
and
every
lands
year.
a trick that nobody's ever done before, like every time he competes.
The best improv people on this planet are the announcers for a snowboarding competition. Yeah, Sean White just came out here and did a 540,000
It's
segment.
not improv; those are actual tricks, though.
Some
Yeah,
of them
they
aren't.
are.
I'm not.
No,
convinced.
they are. I mean, he doesn't just go out there and land a trick for the first time he's ever tried it. Yeah, he practices it and he names them and all this stuff.
He like
And
sends
then-
in, all right, this is what I'm going to attempt. So like when
I'm sure
when
they
I do
that.
this is what you should say.
Yeah, and I'm sure a lot of it's just like a variation of tricks they have already.
And here's the thing that they were talking about during the Olympics. It was like the announcer was like, "Yeah, nobody's ever made it to this. Like, they're not mostly making up tricks. They're just getting more spins. Is usually what they're doing. So I mean, the name for the trick's already there. It's just people are.
It's like you got a McTwisty, except you're doing like 5 rotations instead of 4. So it's
McTwisty sounds like something you get from McDonald's.
That's McFlurry.
yeah. But I don't know.
All right, so I
How
had
did
another.
we start talking about snowboarding off of a white rhinoceros?
Well, the rhinos are white, snow's white.
That's not how that went.
No,
at all.
we
no.
transitioned from my little niece's.
Oh
birthday
yeah, that's
party.
right. I forgot about that.
It had nothing to do with the white rhino. I don't think.
Yeah, it didn't.
Here's the thing: if you guys have something that you think I should get my 3-year-old niece, you should email me because I have no clue.
Get her a Tonka truck.
I'm actually considering it, but she already has a Tonka truck. She has
Get her
like,
another.
I wanted to get her.
Get her a Hot Wheels
Get her a
track.
drum set.
Oh, my sister would hate me if I got her a drum set.
Exactly.
Get a Hot Wheels set.
A Hot Wheels set. I think I still have a lot of my old Hot Wheels cards, but I'm not going to re-gift those.
Yeah, keep
I'll
those.
start her a new set and then be like, hey, I'm an awesome uncle, so here's my old stuff as well. Then I clean out my closet, but also come off looking great.
I'm keeping all my Hot Wheels.
Dude.
I'll give her like my Matchbox ones that aren't real Hot
You're a
Wheels.
jerk.
The little Tonka Matchbox.
Yeah, it's
I
like
used to
it's-
have like a big box that you would fold out, and it had a big, like you could run it up over ramps and
had
stuff. I
a-
love that thing.
Entire mountain for my Hot Wheels. It was like this tall.
Oh my
How
gosh.
tall? Estimate that for the audio
I
listeners.
can't.
Like 4 feet tall.
I don't.
Yeah.
Okay, I had like basically a 4 foot tall mountain with like 6 attachments. It had a tunnel at the bottom. It had like a ramp that you could jump it off onto other sets. It had one that went all the way to the bottom of the mountain. It had like 3 branches off, and it had like a parking lot at the top that I could put them all on and like.
You can almost race them.
I feel like I remember this.
Dude,
I had a car wash one. I
had a car wash one too, but
It wasn't that great. But all my other ones,
because it
I
actually
never.
had water in them. Like, these are plastic toys. Why would I do that?
Yeah.
I feel like I only had like the tracks, and we would build our own tracks.
See, that's what I was about to say. I never actually put them together like they were supposed to be. I put them
Right.
together my own.
I got a
Yeah.
little too crazy with the tracks, so my parents decided to get the mountain. Something sturdy and something I couldn't bend.
Well, you guys
Oh,
know,
I
like I have a
gotcha.
2-story house, right? I would try. My mom would catch me, but I would try to like make it
You
go.
would jump off.
No, I would try to like make a track from my upstairs, all the, like from like the end of the hallway to the stairs to make them go down, and then like through the house. And I tried this like while my
I
mom was.
didn't have that many tracks.
I had like at least 5 tracks that I never put together. Like I never put them together in their actual.
Thinking of the
supposed to-
5 tracks, I was like,
No,
5 of
5.
those won't get you there.
5 of the orange ones that you could stretch out for long
Yeah.
periods of space.
No, I'm talking like so. I had sets.
Yeah.
5 sets that
Yeah.
had multiple tracks, I guess, yeah. And I tried to do that, and my mom would make it home right as I almost get done, and like, no,
I
you're
feel
not
like
doing
my
that.
parents would be okay with that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I feel like my parents would have been okay with
My
it.
mom was afraid of like something like one of the cars coming off the track and like hitting something on the wall or something.
No, my parents never really, as long as I didn't break anything.
See, that's what she was worried about of me
It's
doing
a little
was
tiny
breaking something.
car. It's not gonna break anything.
Yeah, but there's you want to get hit by one?
yeah, they're not gonna go that fast.
Going on a track, I would lay on a track and let a Hot Wheel car hit me.
In the head?
Sure.
I don't think you would.
Well, don't send down the beefy one. Just send down one of the light ones.
Yeah, I'll send down like the ones you get in the McDonald's Happy Meals that are like lesser quality than the actual Hot Wheels. The ones that make you put your own stickers on.
I had a Hot Wheel shaped like a toilet.
What?
I had one shaped like a golden eagle.
That's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
I still remember what it looks like.
I still remember it.
I think I don't know if I have any still. I think I might actually got rid
I
of
have all
mine.
mine. I have
I
all
think
the
I have
Hot
most of
Wheels
mine.
and all of my wrestling action figures.
I still have some Mighty
You
Beans.
talked about your wrestling action figures last episode. I feel like you have a good attachment to those.
They're still in the
I still have a few Mighty Beans.
I have
never
a
had
case of Mighty Beans.
Why do you have a case?
Because
I don't know why I even had these, but I have them.
I never got the purpose of Mighty Beans. I just liked the art on them. But
See,
I
had
found
that,
a whole like a big. It was like a book of them, and I took them all out and just kept them.
What are the little circle cardboard things? You have the slammer.
Pongo or Pogo?
It's something
Pogs.
like
Pogs. That's what
Never
it
had
is.
Pogs.
I have a whole book full of Pogs.
Never had Pogs.
I had like 3 Pogs because my sister was older than me, so she had Pogs. And like I would ask, hey, can I play? And she'd be like, yeah, here's 3. You go over there and play.
Yeah.
What about Tech Decks?
I
Never
don't.
had Tech Deck.
I had Tech Decks because we played with those on like our desks at school.
No, I was all about the Pogs.
I
I
had
had
a
a lot of
I had
them.
a Tech Deck ramp, and I had like a bunch of the little figures. They were all thumbs.
I tried.
Yeah, I have a lot of the figures.
I have one that had blue hair. I don't know why I remember that. She had it looked like cotton candy hair. She had. Yeah. I sold her at a yard sale.
I tried getting into that, but I never.
I thought it was cool. I was like,
Man, if kids today bought these things, Toys R Us would still be in business.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be buying them online. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Yeah,
true.
true.
You can get them cheaper on Amazon. I wonder if those still exist. I wonder if those are still in existence.
I'm sure they are.
I don't.
They're probably not as popular, but I'm sure they still make them.
Yeah. But yeah, I need to figure out what I'm going to get my niece. She told me something, and my sister's like, no, that's what I'm getting her. If you get that for her, I'll cut you. And I was like, dang it. So now I'm just going to, I'm not going to have anything for the party tomorrow, but I'm just going to be like, all right, listen, Mason, I'm going to take you to Walmart, and you're going to pick something out. And that's what I'm getting
The
you.
first link is their website, and then the second link is to Toys R Us's website.
R.I.P.
There's a video on YouTube, Tech Deck Tutorials, Basic Street Tricks.
So it's like you actually doing the tricks with your fingers? On
It's
like
two
a
and a half minute long.
I got on an Instagram video thing of people doing tricks with
Oh,
the,
that's their,
the finger skateboards.
they've got the SLS Super Crown World Championship of Tech Deck.
Do they really? Like, is that an actual legit thing?
It's on their website. It's on TechDeck.com.
Guys,
They-
we
they
might
were
be able.
doing
That
some
might.
really crazy stuff in the
I wonder if
stuff
we
that
could
I
get
was
in on
watching.
Where's the little thumb people at?
Well, no, like so the actual tech decks are just the boards, and then
Weren't the thumbs of Tech Decks as well?
they were, but they were like a different series of the tech decks or something.
I have no idea.
Where are the
I never got those.
boards? Where are the little action figures?
I think I was into Yu-Gi-Oh at that point.
I mean, I had a Beyblade play.
I played Blade. I played Beyblade as well.
I never got Beyblade because they were all tops. They were
Yeah.
just tops.
But some of them you could crank up like an engine in them, and like one that's about to die, the engine kicks in. I had that one, and everyone's like, "You're cheating because it's a secondary engine." I was like, "Get good, son. Buy the expensive one."
No, I always just played Yu-Gi-Oh.
Fun dudes, that's what they were.
I liked Yu-Gi-Oh a whole lot.
I never understood the rules of Yu-Gi-Oh, but then like when I got into Magic, I understood Magic really well.
Yeah, it's not that different.
Oh, and they had magnets on their feet. Yeah. Okay.
You could stick them on your locker and stuff. I did that in 6th
It's a
grade.
great way to get them stolen.
Well, I mean, I just keep them.
Don't
on
put
the
them on. You put them
Like
on the
it.
inside.
Yeah, don't put them on the outside, you idiot.
Shut up.
Who puts like stuff?
Oh, I had that one. Sorry.
Chris is getting really excited about looking at the backlog of tech
Nostalgia,
decks.
bro.
I mean, yeah, you're not wrong.
Trying to think, what else did I collect as a kid?
I collected Hot Wheels, and Lego. I had a butt. Let me tell you, I went to Disney Springs, which is downtown Disney now, and I went by the Lego store. And you know, like outside the Lego store, they have all these giant sculptures made of Lego, just like Legoland or whatever. How do these people make these things without freaking directions? And also, where do they find so many freaking green Legos to make a lake monster that's all green?
The dudes have their website as well.
The little thumb dudes have their website.
Oh yeah, Tech Deck dudes have their website.
But like I was so frustrated. I'm like, who's got that many green Lego? I don't.
the Lego company.
But it's
has
like,
that many
well, no,
Legos.
it's like I thought it was people would go home and make these and then ship them. Like, hey, I want my stuff featured at Legoland. Here, come get it.
No, I'm sure they like contract people in and to build them.
Man, that'd be an awesome job.
And it's
just to
probably
build.
less work than you would really think of. They're
See-
probably not like solid or anything like that.
I mean, but still, like,
Yeah, I mean,
for a
I'm
lake
still-
monster that's like 10 feet long, and so it's like a span of 10 length, but like it goes up and down, and like each like hump and is like probably 8 feet tall. It's crazy. I used to work for Lego. I was one of their bricks for kids teachers, which I don't think Lego owns them, but they're affiliated with Lego. And my job was not as good as the people that actually go make the Lego things. I taught kids science lessons, and then we went and they worked with the Legos and made little different simple machines and stuff.
Gotcha. Yeah, I didn't do a whole lot of Legos growing up. I mean, I would build like the
I would've
towers and stuff like that.
I would just try to build a
And
small
then-
house on the green pad. That's all I would try to
Yeah.
do.
Chris was basic in his Legos. I
And
made
then-
spaceships
I
and
was.
stuff.
I remember going over to, like, whenever I finally was just like, yeah, I'm doing Legos wrong. I went over to Jordan's house, which has been on the podcast,
Yeah, we're gonna have him on again, so be on the lookout for that too.
and he pulled out this giant box of Legos, and he started building this like castle, and he was putting in like a drawbridge and a trap door, and I was just over there building like a tower of Legos. Like, I was just seeing how high I could stack them before they fell over, and I was just like, oh. Like, I didn't know you could do that with these. Which I also always just had like the blocks. I didn't have any of the, like the fancy sets or anything like that.
I had some fancy sets, not like a whole lot. I had
They're
like some
expensive.
hinges and stuff. No, yeah, they are. Well, I went
They're
okay. So this is
ridiculously
gonna sound
expensive.
really nerdy, but I'm a civil engineer, so we like to build things. I have a friend that still goes and buys Lego sets, and then puts them together, and like he'll spray glue them, and then he like has them. Like I think he
Yeah.
has like 5, and he was gonna go get another one right before a final, so now he has 6. I was like, man, I'm gonna look into that. That sounds like a fun, like a 3D jigsaw puzzle. It sounds fun. You're right. I think I went to Walmart or Target or something. I look at there, I'm like, I ain't paying $100 for a Lego set.
Yeah. That's one of my, I guess he's technically my cousin. He used to, I don't know if he still does, but he used to go and buy Lego sets, build them, tear them down, put them back in the box, and sell them on eBay.
That's not bad, but that's a lot of work. Does he individually bag them too, back to where they were, or just
I don't know.
because that would take forever?
Yeah, I mean, he's one of those people that whenever he finds a hobby, he goes 100% in. Like right now, he's doing like triathlons and stuff like that.
That's a little bit healthier of a hobby.
Yeah, and there for a time he was racing those gas RC cars.
I want to do Rocket League in real life with those. I know you can't do like the riding on the wall and stuff, but that'd be awesome.
Yeah, that'd be hard.
I actually,
really hard.
so it's not Rocket League with those, but Rooster Teeth, they did this Full Sail thing for like Full Sail's big week of graduates and stuff. And they did Mario Kart, the balloon thing, where you can pop each other's balloon. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know what mode that is, and I can't remember.
It's a battle mode.
Battle mode. So they did battle mode of Mario Kart, and they just taped pencils on the front with RC cars. I was like, that is awesome. Why can't we do this with Rocket League?
Yeah,
But hopefully, like Rooster Teeth does immersion stuff. Maybe they'll see that and they're like, we should do an immersion with this and do Rocket League or something.
there's a video. I can't remember who did it, but it's an Australian YouTube channel. They go up to like a 45-meter tower up at the top.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. You
And-
showed me these. Yeah.
Yeah, and they took an RC car and put a bunch of balloons on it, and they're throwing like darts and like golf balls and watermelons and axes and bowling balls and just all sorts of stuff, trying to pop the balloons to see how many times they can go around the track before all their balloons are popped. It's a pretty cool video.
You want to know what that reminds me of?
What?
Balloons Tower Defense.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Except instead of multiple places to put monkeys, you just have the one tower.
Yeah.
But that'd be
You're
fun.
throwing it off.
One of the kids in the youth group got an RC car like that, and he told me the price, and I'm not.
They're
I wouldn't-
ridiculous.
Well, I mean, it's like you're buying a weed eater, pretty much. But
No, they're more than that.
but like, you got to buy the gas motor that is a weed eater motor, but then you got to pay for like the axles and everything. That's where your price comes in.
Or is he building one or?
No, he bought the stuff too. Well, he is building one, but he bought like a kit to build one.
Oh, I gotcha. Because I know about like 6 or 7 months ago, my mom was in charge of buying prizes for like a company picnic and stuff like that. And the plant manager wanted to raffle off a gas RC car. And that thing, like, he picked it out, the one he wanted to raffle off. It's like $700.
That's crazy.
I was like, and who besides him would want that?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Well, I mean, you don't know.
Like,
I mean,
if I got that, like, it would be awesome to have. But me living where I live in Lexington,
they have tracks, I'm sure, up there.
but I'm not going to pay to go drive it.
I mean, you pay to go to a driving range. Why not just go to a driving other lane? I don't.
Because that's not the same. Because I pay to play golf.
You could pay to race your truck. You could race for pink slips.
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen. I ain't gonna lose my $700 car whenever I get beat in a race.
By some like 5-year-old.
Yeah, for real. I only ever had 2 RC cars.
Mine were I only had the battery operated one or power.
Yeah,
ones.
I mean, I only did 2. It was the Jackknife, which was a semi truck,
Yeah.
and my favorite one was one that I've had for as long as I can remember. And if you crashed it into something, it would crunch up, and then you would have to like pull it across,
I
and
feel like
it
I
was
remember
like a rubber material on the
Yeah.
outside of it. It was awesome.
I had a monster truck, and then I had. Do y'all remember? It was like called the Rip It wheel or something. Like it only had like so it was 2 wheels, and then it had a back that had like a little training wheel almost.
Oh, and you could like spin it.
You could spin it and then go. Like it went really fast. It was awesome. It was just really hard when I was 10 years old to get it to just turn left
Yeah.
and turn right, and it would just do a donut. I'm like, I just want to turn. But one hobby I wanted to get into was
Knitting.
I would like to knit. Your mom knits. She could show me how to knit. Your mom's a pretty good knitter. She's made me like 2 hats. They're really warm. But I wanted to get into like not model planes or model cars, but like
Gundams,
how'd you know?
because I used to do them.
Or like Gundams or Zoids.
I don't know if you can still get Zoids.
I think you
don't know
can.
if
I think you
they're
can get them at
still a
Hobby
thing.
Town.
I gotcha.
They're just like they're like hidden because the Gundam aisle is so big at Hobby
Yeah.
Town in Lexington.
I used to build those. I had like 5 or 6 Zoids,
I had
couple
2
Bionicles. I didn't like Bionicles. as much
Bionicles,
as
they
I
weren't
did
sturdy
Zoids.
when you got them done.
Yeah.
You couldn't play with them or they'd pop out and stuff.
Right.
Like the Zoids and the Gundams when you got them
The
done. you could-
Zoids, like they had like wind up motors in
Yeah,
them. and
I
they would,
had the
like,
pterodactyl
walk
wind up
around and
more.
look
Yeah.
and like do whatever.
I had 2
That's
Ligers
awesome.
and then a pterodactyl one.
I
The Liger
had-
ones didn't have the motor, but the pterodactyl one did.
I had the Liger, pterodactyl, and the turtle.
The turtle is a good one.
And I don't remember what the other one. I might have had 2 Ligers. I might have had a white one and a blue one.
But like if we this is like a dream I had. Like if we ever had like our own studio or like just regular place that nobody else uses the space, like have like Gundam statues and comic book hero statues, posters, and have like actual set behind us. It'd be awesome.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, what don't you get?
I don't know what a Zoid or a Gundam is.
Chris, did you ever watch anime?
What am I, a weeb?
I mean,
I'm surprised you don't know what a Zoid or a Gundam is, because that was right in
that was
our
prime
wheelhouse
kid, yeah, like,
as a kid.
it was on Toonami.
I don't remember
That
what
was like-
channel it was
that
on.
was
I
like-
remember it was on Nickelodeon.
No, it was on Cartoon Network after like 5 o'clock. That's when
Or maybe
Toonami hit.
Cartoon Network. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Sorry.
I gotcha.
So when
I
we down
really like
conversation, I was
Gundams.
like, what in the world?
Gundam's awesome.
Is Gundam like Voltron?
No.
Okay, then
It's
I don't.
giant
It's giant robots, but
So it's like Pacific
not
Rim.
Yeah, but they're not fighting monsters. They're fighting each other in like tournaments.
In tournaments?
Yeah.
Seems like a waste of money.
Some of it's a tournament, some of it's not. Some of it's a dude wanting to try to take over the world with the most powerful Gundam, which is just a massive Gundam.
Here's my thing I don't get about it is like how does just some regular Joe have a Gundam? They're like making them seem like they're just like I know like
well, it was never just some regular Joe. It was like the scientist
The
that
president.
is creating all of these goes rogue and creates this uber powerful Gundam.
You're making some bad audio noises by moving your mic like that. I mean, it's cool. I can probably fix it.
I'm restless. I'm sorry.
I mean, you're good. Just quit moving your mic, please.
Valley.
Dang it, Chris, you made me laugh. But yeah, that'd be awesome that would be my, like, have an actual set of just, not just some plain gray wall behind us or us in, like, folding chairs. Well, we're not in folding chairs, but they're like conference
You
chairs.
could bring you a poster with you next time and just hang it up on there and then take it down with you.
That's a lot of work.
Just bring in one more thing.
I will say
But I have to bring in a lot of things to set up.
No. I will say Gundam is next on my watch list.
I want to rewatch Gundam because I think it holds up.
I mean, yeah, I watched it in high school. I rewatched it in high school.
Zoids don't hold up though.
I wouldn't think so, but the original Gundam series I think is really good. That's what I watched in high school, and it was really good, which wasn't too long ago.
I wouldn't mind rewatching those as well. We could do
because I'm almost finished with Dragon Ball Z.
Are you gonna do Dragon Ball Super?
Yeah, I'll probably take a break in between though, because it's been a
long trek of Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Well, I think we've been going pretty long. I think we'll go ahead and end this episode. Guys, thank you so much for listening or watching. Whatever you're using, please go like, subscribe, and comment and review us. We'd love to have that. Would help us out so much. And to you all that we had shirts go on sale, and we want to thank you guys so much for if you bought a shirt. If you're just now listening to this and finding out about shirts, you're a little late because the last day to buy them is the day this comes out. So this coming Monday, which is the 26th. But for those of you that bought a shirt, thank you so much. You actually helped us meet one of our goals of becoming self-sufficient of a podcast, because what that's going to do is that's going to help us pay our Podbean subscription, which will allow us not to be out any money. And we couldn't have done it without you guys, and we thank you so much. Something to look out for is we're going to have a lot more guests. April 7th, we're having a guy from Gaming and Chill come on the show. Hopefully I'll figure out Skype by then to record that. That's going to be an adventure for me. And then we're going to have Jordan Allen on, but that'll actually be all in one place, hopefully, if we can schedule that right, which in our studio, in our awesome studio is what Chris said. So be on the lookout for that. That'll be in April as well, probably second half of April. But be on the lookout for that. And guys, check out all of the other podcasts in our podcast network, which is Crossplay Compatible Podcast Network. You should check them out on Twitch at twitch.tv/crossplaycompatible. You'll be a little bit late hearing this episode, but we have the Ready Player One streamathon going on this weekend. And what that is we're celebrating Ready Player One coming out, and we're going to do an all-day stream this Saturday, so tomorrow. But you will have already missed out on that. But you could probably go find the videos on Twitch. But guys, thank you so much for listening. Hopefully this episode's been better. Hopefully this episode's been better than static. Catch you guys next week.
If I find my way home,
Have you ever been reading through a stack of comics and thought, hey, maybe I should see what this Arkham Asylum game is all about? Or been playing Marvel vs. Capcom and felt like you were at a real disadvantage because you didn't know who half the characters were? Well, Play Comics is the show for you. I'm Chris, and each episode, I take a look at video games based on comic book properties and how well they stick to that source material. So, whether you know the comics and want to actually learn how these games work, or know the games and want to know what the hell is going on, go check out Play Comics at playcomics.com, the Brain Trust Bros Network, or wherever you find your favorite podcasts.